Wow. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. And today we want to talk about something that you all have really been asking us about, and that is how to build a successful side hustle without quitting your job. So, Anthony, today with me here is Anthony. Sorry for that, my colleague, and your host, Luisa Libese. And feel free to ask questions in the comment section. And if you have anything to add, you can just add there and we will really appreciate. So let's dive in today's topic or discussion. And I'm so honored to be with you here, Anthony, once again. And I believe you have so much to share with us. Thank you. Feel free. The virtual flow is open for discussion.
Oh, thank you, Luisa. I'm so happy that again you have invited me to Concanto, a webinar where we discuss more about personal finance, and we also talk about so many things, that how we can be creative, how we can be innovative in terms of how to utilize the resources that we have. So I'm okay. United States is fine. I believe Nairobi is also okay. And those people who are watching us, I believe that they're going also to like the topic today about hustling, because it's one of a very important topic that many people nowadays, you need to have a side hustle for you to manage this tough economic time.
Thank you. Thank you. So what do you have to say about today's topic, as you've just explained?
Okay, yeah, this is a great topic, and thank you very much for coming up with this topic, because it's one of the things that many people ask themselves. And you realize that even so many people in school right now, in colleges, and those the mama bogas, and those people who are employed in white collar jobs, all of us, we have to have another
jobs
source of income, and that's why it's called like a passive income. So what I'm saying, Lisa, this one, it is a topic that is gaining a lot of traction nowadays, as more people are looking to diversify their income and pursue their passion outside of their 9-to-5 job.
You know, what you're saying is really true, because you know, a lot of people right now cannot just live or survive on their daily job, the 8 to 5. It has become so hard because the times right now, they're very hard. You find that someone has to juggle work and kids, there's school fees, there are so many bills that people have to really keep up with. And with one job, nobody is really able to do that, because you find that we all want to live a really good life. We want our kids to have better education, good life, eat a balanced diet, and that has become a really big challenge. And you find that a lot of people are now working on getting a side job or a side hustle, which is really important, you see. So this is really important for everyone to like find something to do on the side. So the first thing we need to address is really time management, because it's crucial to access how much time we can realistically dedicate to our side hustles without compromising our full-time jobs. This means that we really have to balance, because you don't want to lose your job on the other side, and you have to also support your side hustle. And you find that you really need to be smart, and you really need to put in a lot of hard work. And if you ask me, if you're married, I always feel like it's best when you have your partner maybe handle, there's one who can multitask, so they at least try to manage the side hustle, because if you're not also keen on the other side, you will only incur losses on your business or whatever you have put on the side. So I don't know what you have to say, Anthony.
Anyway, what you're talking about is true when we talk about balancing, because you have to strike a balance. And when you strike a balance, then you'll set clear the boundaries about your main job, what you do, maybe the one that you've been employed. If it's not that, maybe the one that you're full-time into, maybe the business that you have started if you're an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when you
Mm-hmm.
strike a balance, then you'll set it clear boundaries. And with that, it's going to help you to set aside a specific hours in the days or week for your side hustle. So that is going to help you establish a routine and maintain consistency in both sides. Like nowadays, sometimes when I look at the social media platform nowadays, you find that so many couples, they have tried to engage into social media, like they do dancing in their YouTube channel, or if not, they do cooking in their TikTok, or they market the product. Maybe they have a cloth line or any other things in their Instagram. And all that is your side hustle. So you need to have like a phone that is going to help you to maintain your customers, so that in case maybe if you are having these side hustles of social media, like giving videos, you need your videos to be there at every time that is needed, so that the people who are following you are very observant in terms of, like, they know that on Friday, every Friday, we have a cooking video from Luisa. So, and with that, you have to make sure that it doesn't affect your main job. So that's why we talk about striking the balance. If you strike the balance, you like it, and you'll find out that even your side hustle, the passive income will be more than your salary that you get from your main job.
Wow, that is so true. And let me just add a point on social media. You find that social media is has become a really big or major platform for marketing. And just to back up your side hustle, I think that it has become so easier, because I know of a lady who works and markets her products on Instagram. So you find that she's working on her phone with her side hustle, and she's still in office. And social media has really made it easier for us. And that is really interesting, because now, just like you said, that a lot of people right now are doing TikToks. And I really like the couples who support each other. It all comes back to your support system. If you're a couple or you're married, you really need to support each other when it comes to the side hustles, because you all want to make it at the end of the day, and you all want a better life. So another tip is to identify our passions and skills. So finding a side hustle that aligns with what we love and what we are good at, it makes it so easier to manage and enjoy the work. Our passions is really important, because most of us, we want to do something that we don't like because of just money. And the moment you start something that you're not passionate about, you get tired along the way, and you give up, and you put it on the side. Then you get another skill that you're also not good at. You try it, you say, all these things are really hard. Or high GP, in Kenya, people like saying high GP, high peani, yani high GP, kitu high GP, yet it's not giving back. And you find that you just have to get yourself back to the drawing board and find something that you really love and you're passionate about. You find that if you're passionate about baking, you will give it your all, because you're doing it with your passion. And once you do the baking with so much passion, you do good work, and definitely it will sell itself. It will just attract the customers from wherever place you are. And this really makes it so enjoyable, and you find that your side hustle will not become any difficult. You find that someone is just good. I really love how some people are really creative. I realized that some people just boil those traditional veggies and they sell. I never thought actually someone can do that. I used to see that in our homes, but right now someone has made it a business and it's selling so well. Even the chicken, you find that someone is, the kienyeji chicken, you have to roast it, because after slaughtering, you have to also, there's something that you do on the jiko or something, then it's ready for consumption or for cooking, because you just can't cook that chicken like that. So someone has made that effort. They're doing that for people, and now it's easy. You don't need to go all the way, and you find that they're making money from it. So, and they're passionate about it. So once you're passionate about something, once you do something you love, it just becomes so easy for you, and everything just flows. Unless you have something to add on that, Anthony.
And no, what you're talking about, Lisa, is a very important thing. When you are passionate about something, you will not feel tired doing it, because
Sure.
you have we call it intrinsic motivation. Something will be pushing you from within to go and do it. Even if it's at midnight, you will leave your comfort of your bed to go and do it. So first of all, the other time, I think yesterday you were talking about the niche, that you have to identify the niche. So with that, what I can say is, when we build a side hustle around something where we are passionate about, that will make us to feel like working every day. And it gives us that extra motivation, which in my case, I call it intrinsic motivation that is within you. Nobody is pushing you from the side. Sometimes most of us, we do things that we are pushed to do. Like, for example, maybe even going to the job that we go, because you realize that most people who do the main job, maybe you're employed as a teacher, you didn't like the job, but it's because your daddy or your mommy used to be a teacher, and then they wanted their daughter to be a teacher. And that's why they forced you to do that course. So you're doing it, but you're not passionate about what you're doing. Because when you're passionate about what you're doing, then you'll have to come up with so many ways of how to get extra money within the same thing that you're doing.
That's so true. Everything.
Yeah, like I was talking to a friend of mine who used to teach together while I was in Kenya, and I was telling him, you're a good maths teacher. Why don't you go into the social media platform, start a YouTube, or if not, you can start a webinar, and then start teaching people mathematics, because I see you have a passionate of teaching. So when we talk about side hustle, it doesn't mean that you have to do something very far from your area of study or your area of profession. You can do exactly what you're doing, but in another way that at the end, it will still give you income. So what I'm saying is, when we are passionate about something, it will give us that extra motivation, and that is going to keep you going even when it gets challenging. When things are not working, you will find yourself pushing yourself to do it, so that you will not say the way you have said that what did you say in Swahili? I could GP, right? Yeah. So at least you will have to do it.
A GP.
There's something that is pushing you to do it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, just to add on that. Yeah, just to add on that, I remember when we were talking with Derek on the same, because there was a time we used to talk about like finding your purpose, and I learned that also finding your purpose or learning your purpose or learning your skill is through when you do something. If you love cooking, and how can I say it? You love cooking, right? Or you love baking. You can bake without expecting money from it, because you want to bake people to just enjoy eating. That is how you know you're good at something, when you can do it without expecting money from it. That is how you can learn something that you're good at. If you can just sew a cloth or make a cloth for someone without expecting them to pay you, that is how you know that you're good at something, at being a tailor, at being a baker, at being a driver. When you can just drive someone to a place. Like, that is how, when you know that you love doing something and you don't really expect anything from it, and when you don't expect something from it because you are doing it with all your heart, and someone will love it, and that is how you know when you are good at something, when you're passionate about something, when you're skilled at something. That is how you know. So that is just a tip of how you know what you're good at. So let's not forget about utilizing our resources. By leveraging our existing networks, skills, and resources, it gives our side hustles a very strong jumpstart. So whether it's promoting ourselves on social media and reaching our friends and families for support, every little bit helps. But you find that people are really not ready to support each other, because you find that strangers are the ones who support each other. But it would be good if you had that supportive ecosystem or surrounding of family or friends. But people are so jealous about just helping each other, and they forget that when I win, you win. When they win, you're also winning. So it would just be best if you really support your friends. When you know your friend is good at something, you just market them, you refer them. It won't cost anything. So the best resource we can use is what we have. That's what I think. What we have, you market yourself, even without waiting for those friends, families, whatever, to give you that support. You can do it yourself. Now that we have the social media, you market yourself so good, and you learn the digital marketing skills. You just know the timing, when to post, when to do what, and it can give you a really good backup when marketing your product. And that's really nice. Also, for some products, when you go to schools, if you have kids and your parents, when you meet there at schools, also let your kids know what you do, because your kids refer you at school to their fellow friends, and their friends will refer you to their parents. So you just have to also include your kids in all these things. And that's why they always say it's good when you take your kid to your place of work. At least they know what you do, so that when they grow up, they're also aware that you're working hard, and they can refer you, or they can do whatever it takes. And that's how we make use of the available resources. And social media is a free platform. Anybody can use it, and they have different rates for everything. So yeah, anything you have to add on that?
Now, what you're talking about is true. And, a friend of mine reminded me always that the world is a small village. And nowadays, you can even sell a product from China, and you're selling to a person in Africa. And that person in Africa can still sell that product to someone in the United States. So what you're talking about,
Sure.
those great point, Luisa. And, when we talk about side hustle, as you just said, you have to be passionate about what you're doing, and you have to figure out other ways of how to make it big. So when your side hustle has already grown big, so you have to consider another thing, because there is always step for growth. So you have to now think about delegating or outsourcing certain tasks. Sometimes most of us, we become more workaholic, that you don't want even someone else to help you. But I want to also remind you, when you're bringing someone to help you, you have to be very, very considerate and very clear to the person that you're bringing on board, so that this person will help you also to grow what you are passionate into. So it is important to recognize when we can no longer handle everything on our own. And that's when we need to bring on a team or outsource certain aspect to maintain the quality and efficiency, because always you are going to grow. And that's why let me just tell you, as I said earlier, that you realize that your side hustle will start paying you more than even your permanent job. And that's why you find some people, after sometimes now, they go into early retirement, and they now work towards achieving the goal and the passion that they have in their side hustle, and it become a main job, and you find them being a millionaire. Because one thing that you have to realize, nobody becomes a millionaire from the job that you're employed to. You can be a millionaire within something that you're passionate about it. Like, just an example, the athletes, these people who run, you run knowing that you're going to get a gold. So because it is yours, there's nothing that is pushing you into. So you have to consider also outsourcing certain aspects to maintain quality and efficiency. And one thing that also you have to think when you're doing that, also, as you go to the outside and start marketing yourself, as you said that you have to learn about marketing skill, because I can give an example. Last week, I decided that, any person I meet, I will tell them about the book that we have written, My Pocket Friend Abroad. And, I realized that many people want this book, and they go into Amazon directly and they go and purchase, other than just telling the people that I know. So I've realized that even the people that even don't know me, when I talk to them about what I have, the tools that can help them, they buy the idea very fast. So you also need to have an open mind when you want to do something, so that you'll grow. If you're just there, then I want to tell you nothing is going to come out from it, but you have to come out and do something. And I want to believe everything will be fine. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say, Lisa?
Yeah, actually, just to add on that, communication is also key. If you have a full-time job, it's important to be really transparent. But you can't be transparent with your employer. It depends. I feel like it depends. Some employers are not good at when someone says that they have a side hustle, especially, how can I say it? When you tell them about your side hustle, they feel that you will give more attention to your job than their job. So you also need to be smart. It also depends with who has employed you, because you need to ensure that there's no conflict of interest or scheduling issues that could cause any. And some employers are good because they want to see their employees grow, but some are not. Some just want you to be stagnant, to always be where you are. And I'll give you an example of a place I used to work. It was 8 to 5, and I felt like the only advantage I had was I was in the field, and I had to work to work myself out into the field so that I can get out of that comfort zone. But you find that they really want you to be grounded into their work, and by the time you get home, you're really exhausted. You can't do anything else. So you really have to be smart when it comes to who has employed you. You just don't go about telling your employer, right now I've opened my bakery, right now we are doing this, right now, or even sharing with your employees, because not everybody is really happy for you. So you also need to be smart who you tell, or you tell what you do to, because some people will want to see you out so that they can get that promotion, or some will be happy and support you. So you also need to be smart on what you communicate. Yeah, just that. Unless that manager or whoever's employed you is your husband, then don't. Not even your brother can allow you to just leave work anytime or their office. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. I don't know what you think about it, Anthony.
Okay, what you're talking about, I remember when we started the conversation, we did talk about balancing. And when you are bringing the issue of communication, is a very important thing, because not every person will want you to grow. Okay. So, and not every person you'll tell them your idea, because when you tell everybody idea, then they will start doing exactly what you're doing. Because I've been in this area many times. I remember there's a time I used to, before I start something, I start talking to people about what I want to do. And after sometimes I realized that they have already begun earlier than me. So I find that they've already
that's a problem I also had.
Yeah, they've stolen my idea. So there is this thing that Nancy, one of our friends, likes saying that, once you open the door and you step out of your door, know that you're beginning selling. You are selling something. Either you're selling the way you're, I'm saying it depends the way you package yourself. Whenever you want to do side hustle, when you package yourself well, then the people that you're going to attract will be people who are going to give you the income. Because if you don't package yourself very well, it becomes even hard to sell. And remember, communication is one of the tools for every person who wants to do side hustle. If you cannot communicate, either through word, through action, and then you're not going to succeed. So communication is a very important thing. But one thing that we don't need to forget is something called self-care. So self-care is a very important thing because you find some people, their side hustle give them stress to the extent they get pressure, blood pressure, and so many other things. Because you have a lot of like many people are ordering stuff. For example, you are like distributing clothes to so many people. And remember that maybe about 20 people have ordered your cakes. Maybe you are distributing cakes. And then you find that you've already given these and these and these. And at the end, maybe you forgot some 3 people. And then they come to you, they start attacking you. And you don't know how to communicate to them to calm them down. Okay? So something called self-care is very important. So you realize to strike that balance. And when you strike that balance, it's going to help you also to know that there is always time that you need to rest. There is always time that you need also to exercise. And there is always that time that you need to have certain activities that will help you to recharge, to recharge and to maintain your well-being, because our body, it doesn't have any spare part, right? So you have to work hard, making sure that your self-care is a very important thing, so that you don't, like if you're married, your side hustle should not take all your time. Like for example, some people, they work 9 to 5, and then from 5 to maybe 10 at night or 11 at night is when they do their side hustle. And they forget that they have their husband, they forget they have their wife, they forget they have their children. And then at the end, it also brings issue to do with separation in your family. And this bring a lot of problem in your family. So self-care is very important. Knowing that you need rest, knowing that you need also to have other things that is going to be very good in terms of your wellness. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Anything else that you want to say, my sister?
Yeah, just to add on that, taking a break is really important. And that's why even those who have been employed, they have leave days and off days and sick offs. Also, when you're self-employed, you need those days. You need to go on a vacation, and also you need to be organized to avoid certain pressures, and you need people to help you. You need people who can help you. You need to have a calendar. You need to just be organized to avoid unnecessary pressure, to avoid being overwhelmed with your job. So you just need to be very organized when it comes to work and balancing all that. So if you're working at the office, you need to have maybe 2 diaries, maybe one for your side hustle, one for your office, and you can organize yourselves from that diary. And this is what I have to do today, this is what I have to do tomorrow, this is what happens on Saturdays. Like you just have to remind yourself, you have to have a routine of something that you do. When it's orders, these orders are like this and like this. And it's important when you have a delivery guy. And that's why right now we have even Ubers, Bolts that help us with the delivery to avoid such pressures. So there you have it. And some tips for building a successful side hustle, so without quitting your job. We hope you found this really helpful. And if you have any questions and suggestions, you just have to feel free and leave them on the comment section. And once again, I want to thank everybody who has tuned in, and we're really happy that you have been a part of this discussion. And don't forget that we have our monthly webinars on the 24th of September this month, where we have a guest speaker who will be talking about table banking. I know most of us really want to grasp something, want to get the knowledge about it. So feel free to join our webinar. They are free. And then don't forget to get a copy of My Pocket Friend Abroad. This book is really of great help. Let me show you. This is the book. Just get a copy for yourself and you will see how your life will change. Don't forget to enroll your kids on the kids finance classes. We are still doing the enrollment, and just feel free. And also as parents, as guardians, also feel free to enroll for your own personal classes to just improve your finances and your finance well-being. And you will see a change in your life. So if you want more information, if you want to contact us, you can just email me at concanto@gmail.com, and follow us on Instagram at concanto23. You can go like our videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share with your friends about this, and you will be happy. And once again, don't forget that side hustle is really important for your life, because with side hustle, you can do a lot. And some people have left their jobs just because of the side hustles, because it's even more paying than their initial job. So with that, thank you. And Anthony, if you have anything to add on this, feel free. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, that's so great. What I want just to add is when you come to concanto.com, you go to the side of the product. There are products there. You can get your African wear and you'll get it instantly. So please go and order and you'll get the cloth. We have the shoes, we have the handbags and so many other things. And another thing that I don't want you to forget, you know, we had in the month of August, we had climate change, and we were planting trees in a place called Kabulate in Trans Nzoia in Rift Valley, Kenya. Kindly, if you want to continue contributing towards our next year activity for planting tree for climate change, kindly, you are free to contact Luisa or you can contact me. And another thing, don't forget also to follow us for Gabriela, Daniela, and Kayla. They're having these trip planning activities and they want to be people who are going to bring change to our community. So follow us at Kids for Climate Change in our IG. And I want to say God bless you. Thank you very much for today's episode. It was good.
God bless you
and
too.
I want to say God bless you. Thank you very much. God bless you.